My name is Melissa Fry, author, editor, and creator of the Confident Writer Intensive. Today we're going to talk about how to develop a writing habit. Now, whether you've been writing forever or you haven't started and you just have an idea, this is important to create a habit of writing. If you do this, then your writing will come much more smoothly, you'll actually be more motivated to write, and it will just make for a much simpler experience for you. So let's get started. So before you do anything else, you need to work on your mindset. If you have limiting beliefs that are holding you back from actually writing your book, if you believe that you aren't a good writer, that things aren't good enough, or that you just don't have the right words to say, that your story maybe doesn't deserve to be out into the world, you're going to have a hard time finding the motivation and the inspiration to write. So you really need to work on your mindset. A couple of ways to do this is regular meditation, whether it's just sitting softly and concentrating on your breath, or going through a meditation app and some guided meditations. All of those will help. But it really is just about getting quiet, allowing your mind to slow down and all of these thoughts to get quiet so that you can tap into your creativity and your intuition and really start rewriting those limiting beliefs. Now, meditation will help you get quiet and to start to recognize those limiting beliefs, but mantras or affirmations really will help you rewrite them and start to replace them with beliefs that are more helpful for you. So a mantra is just a saying that you repeat to yourself on a frequent basis, whether it's daily or even hourly, or just when you feel like you need some help rewriting that belief. But you repeat the mantra as if it was already true. So for example, a great mantra I like to use for writers is I am a writer. Whether you believe that about yourself or not right now, if you start to say that, you'll start to internalize it, and it soon becomes an identity of yours. And then once you believe that you're a writer, you will do what writers do, which is write. So that's a great place to start. Now, if you need more help with writer affirmations, I have a writer affirmations ebook that's got, I believe, 26 different writer affirmations for you. It takes you through how to set up a mantra and why they're so helpful, and then when to use them. And then you'll just go through those mantras that I've created, and you'll pick out the ones that make most sense to you. Now, every writer is different. We all have different backgrounds and experiences. We all have different limiting beliefs as well. So you'll just pick out the mantra or mantras that really feel like something you need to work on. Maybe ones that just don't feel true to you right now, but you would like to be. So some of these might be, my stories deserve to be told, or I am enough. Whatever the mantras are, they will really help you rewrite those beliefs so that you can get over the things that are holding you back and actually write your book. I put the link to the Writer Affirmations ebook in the description below. So the next step for developing a writing habit is to plan for success. So if you're going to have a writing habit, it doesn't just happen automatically. You have to plan for it. Once you start doing it and getting into a rhythm, then it will become a habit and you don't have to plan as much for it because you just do it on autopilot. But until we get there, let's make a plan for it. So this doesn't have to be anything super complicated. You don't have to mark from like 12:35 to 1:15 you are doing this. If that works for you, then great, and do it that way. But whatever the plan is, it might just be first thing in the morning, I'm going to get up and write for half an hour. Whatever the plan is for you, make sure you stick to it, but make it realistic. Make it something that will fit into your life. And most importantly, give yourself grace. Sometimes you say, I'm going to write every single day. Some days that may just not work, and it might not happen. And a lot of times when we're creating a new habit, we don't give ourselves that grace if we don't stick to the habit, and then we say, well, what's the point? Why should I even continue? And then we just don't write anymore. And so I would hate for that to happen to you. Your goal, if you want to write every day, great. But also give yourself grace and listen to yourself to know maybe I'm not feeling so well today. Maybe it's just the writing's not flowing today. Maybe I get 3 words on the page, which has happened to me, by the way, and I just know that it's not coming. It's not happening today. That's okay. Sometimes you need, as part of the writing process, as part of the creative process, to step away from the manuscript. Maybe even just watch a movie or binge a Netflix show or read a book, something that gets you out of that space and lets your mind clear, and then you can get right back to it the next day. So, most important, give yourself grace, but definitely create a plan. All right, now once you have the plan, you are going to want to follow the plan. That's right. Definitely follow your plan. Now, again, I talked about giving yourself grace, and that's true, but you're an adult here. Make sure that you know the difference between giving yourself grace and just slacking off. There is a difference, and you'll be able to tell inside what that difference is. So if you're like, okay, well, I didn't write today because I just wanted to be lazy and I didn't even want to try. That might be a time when you need to employ a little bit of discipline and actually sit down and follow that plan. But if you were just tired out and it's been a long week and the kids are sick and you've had unexpected visitors or something, maybe just acknowledge that for your self-care and your peace of mind, you really need to take today off. So kind of understand the difference there, but definitely follow the plan. Give yourself rewards. Set those up in the system. So maybe you give yourself a reward after 1,000 words, or maybe you give yourself reward after an hour. Or maybe every 10,000 words you do something bigger. Or once you finish the manuscript, you do something massive. However it works for you, whatever will motivate you to keep going, make sure you do it. And the last one is to stay accountable. Now, this is important to have a community of writers around you. Maybe there's someone with you, that an author friend that you maybe exchange manuscripts or you talk about books with. See if they would be interested in checking in with you periodically, just to make sure you're staying on track. Or if you don't really have a close author friend that works for, maybe you create your own accountability system. For example, I like to post on Instagram my word count for the day. Just in my stories, nothing super fancy, but just to post the word count. It helps other authors be encouraged by seeing that someone's making progress on their book, and it helps to keep me accountable because I know, hey, I'm going to post about this. I should probably have a word count to actually post. So whatever helps you stay on track, whatever you can do, if you can find a community of writers to tap into, that's great. If not, find other ways to help you stay accountable. Maybe your spouse will just help you, maybe they'll do the dishes for you if you actually sit down and do some writing. Whatever it is, however you need to do it, but make sure you have an accountability system in place. Okay, so early in the video, I mentioned that I was the creator of the Confident Writer Intensive, and I wanted to talk about that a little bit because it really encapsulates all of these things: creating a habit and having a group of people to be accountable for and getting that writing done. So, the Confident Writer Intensive is a brand new program that I just opened yesterday. It's open to writers who are stuck in their manuscript, whether they just have an idea but they don't know how to get started writing. Maybe they've tried to start writing and it just did not work out, or they're in the middle of the manuscript and they got that slump that they just can't seem to figure out where to go with the book next or anything. That's why I created this intensive. It's going to be 12 weeks of weekly live streams where we're going to have a small community that will work together to work on their own manuscript, and we'll work alongside each other to get those blocks figured out, work past them and through them so that you can actually make progress on your book. I'm super excited about it because it's going to be so much fun. I've got a lot of things planned. So I put a link to the information about that in the description below. You can definitely check that out. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out to me. I would love to chat with you about where you're at in your writing, what kind of blocks you think you might be holding on to, things that might be in your way that you just can't seem to figure out a way past. So it's going to be kind of a hybrid of coaching and actual taking action and writing. Also, we're going to learn about the writing craft, and we're going to talk about mindset and work through some mantras and maybe some meditations together. It's going to be a really fun time. So I hope that you'll join in. Definitely check out the link below and then contact me. Send me an email or DM me on Instagram or wherever you like to hang out. just reach out, because I really want this to be a group of writers that are committed to working past those blocks and actually making progress on their book. So it's going to be a very exclusive community, and space is limited. So I do have early bird pricing until March 21st of 2021, just in case you're watching this later on. But I would really love you to join me. So check out the link below and then reach out. All right, well, that's all I have for today. I hope that gave you some information and things to think about when you're creating your own writing habit, because sometimes it's just the habit that keeps us from making progress in our book. Sometimes it's just a matter of committing to sit down to do it. And this is something I will be talking about in the intensive for sure. We're going to walk through a whole session of planning and getting things ready so that you know that your writing habit is consistent enough so you'll actually make progress on your book. Because if you don't have a habit to do it and you only write every once in a while, you're not going to see the progress you're going to want. All right, don't forget to like this video if it was helpful. Leave a comment below if you have any questions on anything, and don't forget, subscribe to this channel. All right, my name is Melissa Fry, author, editor, and creator of the Confident Writer Intensive, which is open now, so definitely check that out. And I will talk to you next week. Bye.